Blackhawks at home take on the Anaheim Ducks and win 1-0. Peter Mrzaek 37 save shutout. We're going to go over that and more on this edition, so stick with us. Blackhawks fans, welcome into the newest edition of the Chicago Blackhawks Hockey Central podcast. I am Joe Vitale, that is Skoks. Today, the Blackhawks at the Madhouse on Madison are victorious 1-0 over the mighty Ducks of Anaheim. And Philip Kurashev on the power play is your only goal and your game-winning goal.
Yeah, one goal.
So really nice setup from Connor Bedard.
Mm-hmm.
In this 1-2 matchup, Connor Bedard versus Leo Carlsson.
Mm-hmm.
Glad that Leo Carlsson wasn't health bombed,
right,
and sat out for load management or whatever they're doing with him. So Bedard and Carlsson, I guess, became buddies at the draft.
Yeah,
and so I saw some content circling around.
Mm-hmm.
Looked pretty cool, and I guess he asked Leo Carlsson what he thought of the anthem, and Carlsson said it was pretty cool. So
definitely agreed. Can't confirm.
Yeah, I think it's the best anthem in sports. So
right,
just gonna go with the game stats for you.
Yeah,
Hawks outshot 37-25, out-face-offed 53-47.
Mm-hmm.
They were better on the power play, which is very surprising.
Mm-hmm.
Hawks 1 for 4, 25%. Ducks 0 for 3, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
Ducks out hit the Hawks 10-8. So not a very physical game at all.
No.
Hawks blocked 20 shots to Anaheim 7, which is a large disparity.
Wow.
And I like that. I like that the Hawks are eating pucks.
Mm-hmm.
Hawks with the edge in giveaways. Don't like to see that, but only by 1, 10-9.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as it's close, nothing really to worry about there.
Mm-hmm.
Takeaways, 7-5. So that's Blackhawks. So 2 more takeaways, which is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Ice time leaders are going to be Seth Jones. Who would have saw that coming?
Right.
For defenseman, and it looks like Nick Foligno, 1953 for forwards.
Mm-hmm.
Peter Mrzaek, first shutout since 2021.
Wow.
37 of 37.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, great for Mrzaek. He stood on his head this entire game.
Mm-hmm.
As you can see by the 12 shot difference.
Yep.
It wasn't for a lack of not trying for the Anaheim Ducks. So glad the Hawks could pull out that W. Kurashev just killing it, man. I mean, I don't know what he did over the summer, but whatever it was, I think he should do it again.
Right.
And keep it rolling.
Yeah. And the weird thing with Kurashev, right? He missed like the first what was it, like 5-6 games ish of the season,
Right.
So he didn't really get a good conditioning, stint, really. I remember he was in training camp, right? A little before preseason there, a while ago, but just to see him hop in the lineup like that, missed a little of the beginning, but he's just been lights out, just very productive every game, Of course, you're not going to put a point up every game, but he's noticeable 100% of the time, every shift, really. That's just awesome to see from Kurashev. And I was saying, like, that's that's kind of how we wanted Reichel to play this year, and it's unexpected to see Kurashev, like, him and Bedard are just trading off ones and twos. It's nuts. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is. It's a welcome surprise for sure.
Yeah, right.
People were thinking, okay, Lucas Reichel, he's working out really hard in the summer, and
Mhm.
the Hawks were like, yeah, he's a center and all this stuff, and you're like, okay, well, Lucas Reichel, 17th overall pick, I want to say, right? And
Yeah, around there, yeah.
yes, top 20,
Mhm,
and it was in that pick swap with Columbus
mhm. Right.
for Seth Jones. Anyway, but he was supposed to be, a guy to
Mhm,
lean on. You bring in Taylor Hall for Connor Bedard. All right, great. You've got the veteran. Now you got Lucas Reichel, who's got the skill to
mhm,
play. So. But it hasn't really been working out that way, which is unfortunate, to
mhm.
say the least.
Yeah.
Uh, but other than that, other standouts from this game,
Mhm.
the Joey Anderson line with
Oh, yeah.
Jason Dickinson and Nick. No, not Nick Foligno, because he's on the top. Is it Donato?
Uh,
No,
Today's
no, it is.
line.
No, it was Foligno. My fault.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
Beauvillier's up in that spot now.
Yep, yep.
I
Mhm.
keep forgetting that the Hawks A have him and B
Yeah,
have put him on the first line. So
right.
um, yeah, all right, cool. Yeah, that line of Foligno, Dickinson, and Anderson.
Yeah.
Uh, Anderson, an incredible facilitator. He's got
Mhm.
a great energy. Goes in, grabs the puck. Nick Foligno, he's got that dog in him.
Oh, yeah.
So he's going to go get the puck for you as well. And Jason Dickinson has been just wiring pucks
Yeah.
um, in and around the net.
Mhm. Yeah, he had one shot where, it was sort of a bouncer, and I thought it was gonna find the back of the net there. It probably missed it just by a few inches, but it was bouncing, and man, if that went in, that that's nuts. He's been like our top 4 best forward, you know? Like, I would
Oh
go
yeah,
Bedard, Kurashev, let's say Dickinson and Foligno, really.
I
Uh,
would.
that's your
Sounds good
top
to me.
4 guys, yeah. Uh, or let's say, like, producers, like
Yeah, yeah,
like they're always contributing something. Man, just good stuff from Jason Dickinson, getting him over in that trade, a year ago now, from the Canucks, I think. Yeah,
yeah. For
yeah,
was that for the D man
yeah, Stillman.
Stillman
Uh, I think
Riley?
Riley Stillman. Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Riley Stillman, man.
and
That guy
man,
was for the boys all day, which I
yeah,
loved.
uh, cool, cool guy, man. But when you get like a depth center like that, and I think they tossed in that second rounder, with him, back to the Hawks, an absolute fleece, I think.
Nice.
I mean, that's
Let's
just,
go.
yeah, that's just that has worked out phenomenal. I mean, it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So far, like even the Alex Nylander for Sam Lafferty, that worked out. That,
Right, right, right.
played well, great for the Blackhawks, flipped them to the Maple Leafs.
Yeah,
So
packaged him. Yeah.
Kyle Davidson he's been doing really well. And
Mhm.
a lot of his moves have been hitting. So
Yeah.
good for KD
Mhm.
and all the people involved in those deals.
Yeah.
A little bit of a scare with Jason Dickinson. I think that was more towards the
Yeah.
beginning of the second period or end of the
Yeah.
first.
Mhm. Uh,
Um,
he I think he headed to the locker room. Wasn't long, came back pretty quickly, but yeah, seemed completely fine. Yeah, so could have been anything really. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't. The play was very nothing. You know, like the guy
yeah,
just like pushed him, and he fell over, and then
hmm
he got up and he's like in the locker room, and it's like, dude, we cannot have, we can't be having these guys go down, especially
no,
Jason Dickinson putting the team on his back.
yeah, top
Um,
three forward there.
right, exactly, and it's
Yeah,
like it's Jason Dickinson we're talking about, but right now is he's a top three forward, so.
yeah,
Um,
no,
glad it was just something very minute, and he just missed maybe a shift, if
mm,
that.
yeah. Um, Pretty much just like wrapping up the game here. Um, Going over Peter Mrzaek. Uh, just an absolute beast tonight. I think he got the 1 star of the game.
He did.
Yeah, 37 saves. I think we said earlier, but just looking back at that trade from Toronto, getting him and that first rounder, where we selected Rinzel, you know, and for Mrazek to be playing this well, pretty big sample size now too. I mean, I'm not sure on his starts this season, the number on it, but I think we could very well see a move at the trade deadline. I think there's going to be a line of teams looking for like a spark plug goalie like that. Mrazek just got to stay healthy.
Yeah, and the thing is, glad you brought that up
Yeah.
because I think uh, two teams that require a goaltender,
Mm.
Peter Mrazek has played for them. So that's the Carolina Hurricanes and the
Right.
Toronto Maple Leafs.
Wow.
So could you imagine, uh, you know, taking Mrazek's money off
Yeah.
and
Getting
then
the first rounder.
getting a first rounder
Yeah.
and then giving him back for more assets
Right.
to Toronto,
Yeah.
that would be really
That
cool.
would be unbelievable.
Yeah.
So we get him for a year and a half ish, right? Up to this point at the deadline. We get him, we got Brinzel, and we could get what, maybe like a second round pick and maybe like a middle tier prospect, possibly.
Yeah, maybe. I think you'd probably go maybe a middle tier prospect third. But yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
I mean,
uh,
whatever it is,
yeah,
you're gaining assets, plain
yeah,
and simple.
and that's just bonus. Like that's free stuff, man. Like
Free
freebies.
assets. Yep.
It, that's unbelievable. Yeah, tough to see. What's his name? Joseph Wall.
Yeah, I
Go
hate
down
that.
there. Yeah, it seemed pretty weird, man. Like he pretty, he dropped in some pain there. Uh, yeah, crazy, huh?
Yeah, and then maybe I mean the Hawks are going to need a goalie back, I think.
Right, right. Mm-hmm.
So, maybe we take Samsonov off their hands or
Yeah.
something.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, maybe with in Carolina we get like an Antti Ranta back,
Mm-hmm.
and
Right.
then just see what's going on. But I think I do think that the Hawks might be a little bit more inclined to move a Peter Mrazek.
Yeah.
Um, so we'll look out for that
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
there
Definitely.
there are a lot of teams Buffalo's rolling three goalies,
Right.
Calgary's rolling three goalies,
Mm-hmm.
Carolina's rolling three goalies.
Mm-hmm.
It's too many. Detroit's rolling three goalies.
Yep.
It's it's not good for the team as a whole, and it's definitely
Mm-hmm.
not good for that third goalie. Um,
Yeah. Just not consistent.
yeah, because when you're in practice, there are only two nets,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and
Right.
so I think. Um, I don't know if goalies are going like 100% in practice just because of the nature of their job, where they play all 60 minutes and whatnot,
Mhm.
out like on an island out there. But the thing is, the players need elite goaltenders to shoot on, plain
Mhm.
and simple. So I've heard of some teams bringing in like e-bugs pretty much to
Mhm.
shoot on just in case one of their goalies is banged up or whatnot.
Yeah.
But it's like you're not seeing that quality in a game.
Mhm.
So yeah, but so look out for that.
Mhm.
Hawks are obviously going to be sellers. They've got
Yeah.
so much cap space,
Mhm.
and
Yeah, it's
I think
unbelievable.
they can take on a lot
Yeah.
of stuff
Mhm.
and get rewarded for doing so. So
Yeah.
look for that in the near future.
Right. Yeah, and we'll obviously get into, that big deadline later on.
Oh, of course, of
Yeah.
course. We'll
Yeah.
probably have whole shows dedicated
Oh, man.
around
Yeah.
around the
Yeah.
around the deadline.
Definitely fun times.
Yeah.
But looking for, looking at Saturday's game, we have the Blues back at home again. Hate it. Absolutely hate it. Again, just running through the lineup again. I think they did plug in a few guys here. Um, yeah, Verona is out. Bortuzzo's out again, so they took him back out recently. So their current lineup is Buchnevich, Thomas Neighbors, Kevin Hayes playing the wing, Braden Shen center, Jordan Cairo wing, line three, Saad, Sunquist, Kapanen. Line four, Toropchenko, Alexandrov, and Blay.
Hmm.
Sammy Blay. Huh.
Semi play. Yeah, and this is just going back just a little bit, really
Hmm.
quick. Peter Mrzaek has played 15 games and he has
Hmm.
6 wins with the Chicago
Huh.
Blackhawks this season.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Uh, so back to the Blues.
Hmm.
They waxed us last time.
Yes. Yes.
Um,
Hmm. It was
that was
ugly.
also at
Yeah.
home.
Yep. Hmm.
So let's hope for a better outcome this time.
Yeah. I would definitely like to beat them. That would be fun. Bennington, Hofer. We'll see who's in net. I'm not sure if they played today. I could take a quick look, and it seems like they did not play today. So maybe they. Ooh, so we have them on a back to back. Um,
Oh,
on
nice.
on Saturday, they play the Blue Jackets on Friday. So maybe they go with Hofer on Friday, and they'll probably roll Bennington on Saturday. Maybe because that's who played last time.
Okay.
Yeah. So I would love to beat Bennington. Because who likes Jordan Binnington?
Yeah, I don't even
Um,
think St. Louis fans like him.
no, that's rough. It's rough stuff. Decor, I think we did check this last time. Letty, Pareko pairing one, Krug, Falk two, Scandella, and Perunovic on that third pair. Huh. Yeah. So just, old, old all around, man. Definitely have to take advantage of that, with some speed, really. Yeah, get in
Yeah,
those.
definitely. Hawks will be, uh, yeah, like the Hawks need to take advantage of
Yeah.
the back to back.
Mhm.
Blue Jackets are a little bit more synergized.
Yep.
They are just torpedoing towards the bottom,
Yeah.
and so they made
Mhm.
a trade. They got Eric Robinson, uh,
Mhm.
and oh no, sorry, they gave away Eric Robinson
Mhm.
to the Buffalo Sabres, and
Yeah.
they got a 7th round pick. So they lost a little bit of tenacity, but I think hopefully they beat the brakes off of the Blues on Friday, and then
Hmm.
a wounded animal comes into the United Center, and hopefully the Hawks can finish them off.
Yeah. Uh, yeah. So the Blue Jackets lost tonight to the Islanders, 7-3. That is rough stuff,
Oh no!
and it seems like Patrick Laine did not play tonight.
Yeah, he didn't even make the trip,
Wow,
so I don't know what's going on with that kid.
that is rough. Ooh, it looks like Adam Fantilli, if I'm reading this correctly, dang, he had 2 goals and 1 assist tonight.
Wow,
Um, 3 shots on goal, 2 hits, about 15 minutes of ice time.
that's great.
That's great. Uh, he's definitely a player that scares me, down the
Oh
road,
yeah,
with CBJ. That's why I hated the Ducks for taking Carlson because I've been watching Fantilli for, like 2 years now. And I'm like, do not wanna go up against this guy, you know,
yeah.
every other month. Wouldn't be a lot of fun.
No, no, it would not.
Yeah, and, yeah, so hopefully they beat up the Blues for us on Saturday, man.
That would be really nice.
Mhm.
So CBJ fans out there, if you come
Yeah.
across this podcast,
Mhm.
we're rooting for you,
Yeah. Put
just
Lion
this
in or
once.
something, yeah.
Yeah, right. And any parting shots?
Uh, we'll probably see Soderblom on Saturday. Definitely needs to pick it up, in areas. Work on those rebound control,
I
man.
was gonna
Uh,
say, dude, he needs
yeah,
his pads cannot be bouncy balls.
yeah.
Need to
It's like,
soak it up a little,
yeah, it's
please.
like inflatable balloons, man. Like it's just bouncing everywhere.
Just yeah, ricochet.
Yeah. You gotta lock that down. But we'll probably see him in net on Saturday, so he's got to step up big time. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and then hopefully, Coach Luke can sort out that Zaitsev Murphy line or
Hmm.
pairing because
That's brutal. Yeah.
gets a thumbs down from me, man.
Yep.
Wow, it was pretty bad.
Hmm. Yep.
uh, but that'll be 7 p.m. Saturday night
Hmm.
uh,
Yep.
versus the Blues at the United Center. 4 home games this week. 2
Hmm.
have been completed. 1 and 1 so far.
Yeah.
And yeah, so let's keep it going. Let's hopefully the Blues lose Saturday, and
Hmm.
then we'll see what's going on Sunday. Hopefully the
Hmm.
boys can get up for it and give us another competitive game
Yeah.
and keep the momentum from this win rolling.
Hmm.
So that has been this edition of the Chicago Blackhawks Central Hockey Podcast. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Go Hawks and on the win tonight, and go Hawks
Hmm.
on the game on Saturday.
Yep. Let's go Hawks.